Hey everybody, Jason Edwards here from Trendify. Just wanted to thank you all so much for being here today. Again, there is nothing for sale on this training. I just want to have an audience and actually help you guys grow your Instagram following. So that's my plan today. I'm going to show you everything I can in this 45 minutes to an hour that we have. I'm going to be showing you my phone screen a majority of the time and literally walking you through my thought process, how I've grown multiple Instagram accounts to well over 100,000 followers. Then what I'd like to do for those of you who are comfortable doing it is anyone who has questions, wants to unmute themselves, you can literally tell me, I know we have a lot of real estate people on here in other industries, but I'm looking to find this type of customer or client in this city, and I'll pull up my phone and I'll show you exactly what I would do to grow that. And then how do we actually convert that into sales? Because it's okay to have a big following, and that's nice for vanity, but you could fake that, right? You could just buy a billion followers from some shady place and have a big following, but you won't get any engagement, right? And you obviously won't get any sales. So how do we leverage an audience to make more sales in whatever we're trying to do? So that's also what I'll be covering today. So let me get my phone screen here shared. All right. And I do love these being interactive. So feel free to stop me at any point, unmute yourself, raise your hand. I'm doing this solo, so I don't have a team here like helping me with the chat, but feel free to unmute yourself. We have a smaller group today, which is awesome. So unmute yourself, ask questions, whatever. But I'm just going to walk you through a few of the big followings that I have here, how we've grown some of those things, and then we'll get into any questions you have about your specific thing. This is one of our bigger accounts. It's in the real estate space. I'm a licensed agent, although I have a bunch of other businesses as well. But this one, RETV, and then I believe I have the other one on here too. Real Estate Strategy Lab is another one of our big accounts. And we grew these for a couple different reasons. Number one, as I said, I'm an agent, so I wanted to find ways to network with other agents. But also I had a big podcast with a partner. We sold courses and things in the past and softwares to that industry. And then we used it as a tool for recruiting new agents too. I'm an agent with a company called EXP. So that company, we can recruit agents and build a team that way too. So that was the big reason that I grew these accounts. Now I found that it's just really fun to interact and engage with a lot of you. And I learn a lot from all the members that are on here. We've grown this over the years primarily with humor, I guess is the best way to say it. So funny, relatable memes that are in the industry that this account serves. And I'm going to show you more specifically how I go and build that following individually. This was not like where we bought a bunch of fake followers or anything. This is something that we've grown over probably 7 or 8 years, if not longer. But step by step, I'll show you what the strategy behind everything that I do on Instagram, I'll show you on here. The next one I'm going to show you, and this is really where the core of the strategy comes into play. And again, before I get into any of this, we're live on Instagram, like scrolling through these different things. Who knows what will pop up? I apologize if something offensive for any reason comes up. It's just the nature of scrolling on social media, right? So this particular account, I was living formerly in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I wanted to start building up these city-centric accounts. And what I mean by city-centric is everything is around the city hub, because I wanted to leverage it for not only my real estate business, but other businesses that I had in Louisiana. I wanted to be able to have an audience that anytime I wanted to promote something, I could reach out to this audience. So the way that I grew this audience very quickly is, number one, you can see that it is more of a general brand, right? It's NOLA Hustle. It doesn't say my name on it or anything like that. I have personal accounts, and I grow personal accounts for myself and friends and things like that. But the fastest way to grow these is when it's not tied to a specific person, because then the audience is trying to judge, should I follow this person? Who is this person? I don't know anything about it, versus following a topic, right? New Orleans, the New Orleans network. It's very generic, but it also sounds like something that any business owner, any person in that community would want to be a part of. So what I did, and you can see showcasing the entrepreneurs, business owners, creators, and makers in New Orleans. And the way that I started doing this is, personally, I like to work with entrepreneurs, people that are more affluent, sometimes that have multiple businesses or things like that. So the way that I started to do this is, I'd say, who do I want to interact with the most, like in my business dealings, and where are they congregating? Where are they hanging out? I call this my birds of a feather method. So what I do is I go and find where these people are congregating and how can I interact with them. So my first step was most of these people, I like to, again, work with business owners and people that have potentially wanted to buy multiple properties and that kind of thing. So what I started doing is going through and following people that followed the Chamber of Commerce. So NOLA Chamber here. And you can see that the New Orleans Chamber has 3,388 followers. So what I do is then I tap on the number of followers, and then I just start following and engaging with the people that follow the Chamber of Commerce. So I can see NOLA planning, and then I'm doing this quicker. If I was not on a live presentation, I would spend more time like really analyzing what this company does and make some meaningful comments on their post. Okay. And then as you do this, typically, if you like 5 of their last photos, you comment on 3 of them and leave a meaningful comment, not just like thumbs up or anything, but like if it's like this flag, you could say, oh, I love that flag, beautiful art, or whatever it is. You leave something meaningful. And typically, if you do that, you'll get 1 new follower back. So this is something that you can do in just your extra time. Like if you're sitting there sipping your morning coffee or you're waiting in line for something at the grocery store or whatever it is, I whip my phone out. I don't waste that time. I whip my phone out and I just start engaging and following with people. So this very quickly, I think this took maybe 3 or 4 months to grow, but now I can reach out to people. And this is where like the master strategy of this comes in, is once I have a following that's in a certain area, then what I can do is leverage that following to build referral partners or build my network. So I can reach out to anybody now in New Orleans that has a business, and I can say, hey, I have an audience of over 3,000 people that live here in New Orleans. Most of them are other business owners. How can I help you grow your business? Can I post one of your promotions out to my audience? Can I help you share something? Can I help you promote something? And that just helps me build a better bond with them because now I'm the hub of that connection, right? I'm the person that is helping to fuel their business growth or whatever they want to do. And if I wanted to build this even further, I can find a couple different things. I can find people that like a certain company or like the National Association of Realtors. I can find people, if I wanted to do it more in my local market, I can find people that follow the local like MLS board or things like that. I can find people who follow a certain big influencer in that space. Like for example, just if you're not in real estate, you may not know who this is, but there's a guy that I like to follow here, this guy, Ricky Caruth. He's built a nice following and he helps real estate agents. So I can do the same exact thing, right? Look at his followers, 233K. So right there where I'm tapping that. And then I can just pick like 10 or 20 of these people, go check out their content and just start engaging with these people, right? So Bessa, like a couple of hers. Yeah. So that is in its simplest form, that's what I do. I find audiences that are already congregating in a certain place and then start interacting with those people. And again, this doesn't have to be like your life all day long. This is your remnant time, your extra 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, where you're standing in line, drinking your coffee, eating your lunch, whatever. And you will see that very quickly, if you do that, it will start growing. Then how do we turn that into sales? And that goes into where I talked about leveraging the power of controlling an audience and having an audience that at a push of a button you can reach out to, and then using that to build referral partners, whether that's for real estate or you have another business and you're trying to promote. Once you have a hub of people that you can reach out to with a push of a button, it makes it very easy for you to interact with these business owners or whoever you're trying to connect with and build audience and have them and connect with them. Let me know in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself if this part is making sense, and then we can talk a little further. And if you really, where I'd like to get this training to today is helping you specifically. Like if you have a certain area or audience or some kind of thing that you're struggling with, I can really help you shine there and help you specifically. So anyone who's brave enough to unmute themselves or ask questions, let me know and I can actually help you. Kathleen's, good one. How do I keep the creeps from responding when I follow them after they follow me? That is honestly something I don't know how to help you with other than just letting it go. Yeah, I know. And it's just part of it. There's a lot of creeps on here, but there's also some really good business that you can do on here as well. And then I am going to go live too and show you kind of the next step of what I do on here. I've given you kind of the general idea of how you grow a following. And again, just in a nutshell, it's where is the perfect person that I would love to interact with and do business with? Where are they hanging out? Are they all following a certain restaurant? Are they all following a certain type of industry or a certain influencer? So I find that hub, like if I was a personal development coach or something, and I would find people that followed Tony Robbins or those types of people. If I was a restaurant, I would find people that love one of my competitors in the area, that love their restaurant, and start interacting with them, offering them specials. If I was a real estate agent, I would start following people that maybe followed a certain community or followed a certain school or anything like that. If I wanted to build more of my personal brand, I do a lot in tech and like social media stuff. So I follow people that are in that space. I follow the followers of that type of person. But then once you have a following, what I've been doing, and I know this is like terrifying to a lot of people, but if you can break through this thing, I promise you it will change the game for you. And that is going live. And what I've been doing, and I'm going to do it right here on this thing, so you'll see how it works. But that for me has been the fastest way to build community, build an audience, and get people to take action. Some of you are probably on here because you just saw me live a little bit ago. And so what I've been doing is going live and then having people comment a certain word. And then I use a software called ManyChat, which I'll show you the screen in a second. But that allows me to have them say, for instance, IG, like Instagram, IG. And then as soon as they say that, the tech behind the scenes automates sending out a message to them. So I don't have to leave my Instagram live or anything, sends them a link, and then they can tap on that link and go wherever I want them to go, register for an event or follow my YouTube account or whatever I need them to do. So let me show you my screen for ManyChat really quickly, and then I'll show you it in action. This is a software called ManyChat. They have a free version and then they have a pro version, which is like 10 or 15 bucks a month, or you can buy an annual pass. Most of you can get by with just the free version. I think it gives you up to 1,000 contacts. What it does is basically allows you to do things with Instagram and Facebook Messenger. Okay, and I know this is going to get a little techie, but just get the overall concept and then you can dive deeper into this. I'll give you a link to my YouTube channel, and I'll be putting out more content about this too. So everything in ManyChat starts with a trigger or a starting step. And that just means what happens that creates everything else to happen. And what I have set up here is that when someone on my Instagram live comments this phrase, IG, then it will instantly send them this message. It says, thanks for commenting. I've grown multiple IG accounts to over 100K real followers. I'm going to show you how to do it too. Save your spot now. And then it sends them the link. So this all happens inside of their DM. And again, many of you may have experienced this. But once I set this automation up, I don't have to do anything else other than just go live, and all the tech behind the scenes delivers the thing for me. So if you're a real estate agent and you're wanting to show people like the list of open houses for the weekend, or you're a restaurant and you want them to get access to your coupon for the free appetizer or whatever it is, you can automate delivering something instantly to somebody so you can get that instant interaction with them. So I'm going to set my phone up here. I'm actually going to go live and you'll see how all this works. You'll see my phone screen, see the people commenting, and just see the power of how this works. So the way I go live is I tap this little plus sign up here. And then I tap live down here. And then one thing I've been doing, you can see me here now, is I find you can't do this too much because people will start getting annoyed, but I type this mentioned you, and the way that it shows up in their feed is that it says Jason Edwards or this account mentioned them, and then they click the button to find out what I'm talking about. I didn't actually go and tag 107,000 people. It just shows up on their feed, so I get a quick interaction of people. So let me go here. Hey everybody, Jason Edwards here. Just wanted to jump on live and let you know that I am doing a live training right now all about Instagram. You're a part of it. I'm actually doing a demo right now to show how I grow big followings on Instagram. I'm live right now with several people and I want you to jump on with us. If you want to learn what I'm doing, I have nothing for sale, no courses, nothing. Just type IG in the chat. Let me fix my mic here. Type IG in the chat and I'm going to DM you right now the link to join us live here on Zoom. So I'm doing the training right now. We have a bunch of people on here. Looks like some people are jumping in. Type IG in the chat and I'm DMing you right now how to get on my training. It's all about how to grow your Instagram following. I have nothing for sale. I just want to give all of this to you. And really, how do you not just grow your Instagram following, but how do you make sales with Instagram? So if you want that, if you want access to the training that I'm doing, type IG. Vika said IG, Jason said IG. Great name, Jason, by the way. I'm Jason as well. So type IG in the chat. I have nothing for sale, no courses, no trainings, nothing. I just want to interact with you guys. We're literally live on Zoom right now. You can tap the button. I'll send you a DM. You can join us live right here on the training. And I just want to see if you make it all the way through. So type IG, you're going to get a DM from me. And then as soon as you get that DM, go and register for the training. You'll see the Zoom link right there. You go sold. It looks like some people are popping in here. Oh, awesome. Yeah, awesome, Jason. Thank you. So those of you who are typing IG, go check your DMs. We're live on Zoom right now. I have a big group of people that I'm doing a demo for right now, so you can kind of see the whole process here and see how it all works. And again, I have no courses, nothing for sale. I'm just creating some YouTube content, and I want to show you how to grow your Instagram following so you can do it yourself. So with that, I'm going to wrap up here. I appreciate all of you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. And then here, once you're done with it, you can either publish it, which would be this share button down here, or you can do discard video, which just means that the live goes away. So sometimes if it's a really good one, if I'm really happy with it, then I will and keep it shared. But if it's just a short, quick one, then I typically don't. So that's really how easy it is. And we'll start seeing some of these people, like I'm already getting notifications that they're signing up. So I'm sure some of those people will be popping in here in a second if they haven't already. But that's really the big vision of how it works. Now, any of you that are on here, you can chat because I see most people are don't have even their camera on. So any of you in here see that you would do that yourself, or is it like, heck no, I would never do that? And you can be honest. It starts off really nerve-wracking because you're like, what are you just judging yourself and everything? But really, if you can just sometimes and I'm an actor too. I'm a film and television actor, so maybe it's a little easier, but I just step into this like new character, I guess, in my head of, oh, look, Jason from the IG is here. Cool. So sometimes I just step into like, put this new character hat on. And I'm like, okay, now I'm Instagram live guy, so it isn't personal. So I don't have to like, cause you get some great comments, like, thank you so much and all that, but you'll also get some nasty comments sometimes too, like, awful things, but you just got to let it go because that's how we grow and get out of our comfort zone. But that's really how my strategy works in any industry. If you want to just chat, if you don't want to unmute yourself, but you just want to chat like where you live and how you would want to, like where you would want to grow your following, I can help you there. Kathleen, you've been pretty active in the chat if you're comfortable doing it. Yes, I do. Courtney says, yes, I do it for open houses. That's great. I think that's a great method to do it because we've all been there if you're in real estate where you sometimes are at an open house all day and you get like 2 people come through or nobody comes through and you're like, I just literally wasted my whole day here. But if you can go live and use this power of it, you can, anytime you're bored or slow, you can just be touring the property. So you're making content that can live on forever, but you're also creating content that can jumpstart the open house, right? Or whatever you're trying to do. You're at a restaurant and it's slow, you can just go back in the kitchen, say, hey, we're making our famous pepperoni pizza today, and just show the steps of how you're making it. And then that'll get you some sales. So once you have the audience there, then there's so many great things you can not only do for yourself, but also for other people. Let's see, Kathleen says you have to set up ManyChat first, right? And have them go somewhere. Yeah. So I set up the ManyChat first. That way, when I go live and I say the word, then it'll all be firing. And I'll tell you too, so on the ManyChat here, the most important thing to do instead of just going live randomly, because I've made this mistake, is um, testing it first. So once you're inside there, you hit this preview button and it will give you a code to send from another Instagram account. So you're gonna, if you have a friend or you have two Instagram accounts, or you'll need some other thing other than your one that you're trying the automation in. So it says use code 605. So I would go on my phone. So I'm on a different account than the one that I am doing the automation from. So I'm going to go find that RETV account and I'm going to message it 009, and you'll see that I get the automation back. So that's just a way to test to make sure it's all firing. And then I'll go ahead and tap the link to and just make sure that that goes to the landing page, make sure everything works, or wherever you're sending them. It could just be a message like, hey, thanks so much. I'm Kathleen. Here's my phone number. You don't have to have a landing page and a website and all that set up if you don't want to. But just whatever you're delivering, if there is a link to click, make sure you test the link. So, okay, how do I convert to business? We'll talk a little bit more about that. Automations is awesome. Thanks for this great tip. Yeah, absolutely. So the automations has really changed everything for me, because I used to go live and then I'd tell people like, click my link in my bio, right? But number one, I had no way to make them do that, or see who was interested in doing that. So this way, if they comment the word IG, so I can also, when I get done with my live, I can go to these messages and I can see all of these people, Jason, who's on here, I believe, go through and see who's messaged me. And then I can also like follow up with them. This is obviously if I wasn't live right now, but I can go through and I can see all the people that I can follow up with after the fact. If I was doing what I used to do, which is just like click the link in my bio, I have no way to track any of that, right? So this is a really powerful way to build your following and have a list of people that you can follow up with afterwards. Can you use these trigger words for just regular post on comments? Yeah, absolutely. So you can do it for live. You can also do it with Facebook Messenger. I just don't mess with that as much because most of my big followings are on Instagram. But yes, you can set it up for an individual post, or you can set it up for if you go live. And I believe there's another one if they like react to a reel or something, like with the fire emoji or something, you can do that. But I've only done those two. With the post one, you have to have the pro version, which is like $15 a month if you want it to be for any post. But if you just want to do it for your next post that you put out, then that part is free. So if you want to have it on like multiple, like anytime anybody ever says IG on any of my posts, then send them this message, then that would require the pro version. But again, it's if you start with just the free one and scale up. So we are at hour and 35. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to interact and answer those. But really the goal of today was just to give you the overall strategy. And for those of you who are jumping on after I went over it, just I'll give it to you in a nutshell again. It's find a community of people that you want to work with, no matter what industry you're in. And then find out where they're congregating. So a real estate agent would find people that live in a certain community. So maybe they're all the parents that like a certain school in the neighborhood that I want to list homes in. Or they're people that, the way that I did it was I followed all the people that followed the Chamber of Commerce in New Orleans for one of my big accounts. And then start interacting with those people. So it's not just tap, 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 following those people. It's then finding something that I can go comment, meaningful comment on some of those people's posts. And not in a creepy way, just like if they're out at an event, say, hey, great to connect with you. Sorry I missed that event. Hopefully I can make the next one, whatever it is. Or if they have some avocado toast at some awesome restaurant in your area, like I love this place called Bywater Bakery in New Orleans. And I see people that are going there. I say, oh, I love that bakery. I miss the king cake there, or whatever it is. Just little meaningful things that aren't too intrusive. And you'll start seeing that if you just do this in 5-10 minutes a day, you'll start building that following really quickly. Maybe follow 20-25 people a day and you'll start seeing several of those people follow you back and interact with you. And then just take the next step of either going live or leveraging that audience to reach out to influential people in your area that you want to promote their stuff. That way you don't even have to go live. If I was an agent and I wanted to start working with a bankruptcy attorney in town, I'd build up my following to 2, 3, 4,000 people. Then I'd reach out to that bankruptcy attorney, say, hey, I have a following of 4,000 people in our city that I think maybe some of them could use your services. Would you be open to me sharing a little bit about your company? And they're going to say, yeah, sure, no problem. So they send you whatever they want to promote, you put it out there, and then you just start duplicating that, right? Finding a title company or a mortgage a lender or whatever it is, and different people in your area to start promoting. And now you're the hub of their promotions, right? So now you're the person that, it won't happen like instantly, but after a little while, you'll start seeing that those people will start seeing you as the most valuable person in their sphere of influence, and you'll start referring deals back and forth. So that's how it works. Great ideas. Thank you so much for all the tips. Awesome. Great tips, says Marta. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Well, I'd love to help you guys further. If you have questions, I'll stay on for another minute or so, but that's really what I wanted to cover today. I'll be putting this stuff out on YouTube, so you'll be able to see the recording and see how all this works. But I just want to keep doing this. There's nothing for sale, no courses, nothing. I just want to keep growing this. If you guys don't mind, you could do me one favor and follow my YouTube account, which I'll post the link in here. That is free as well. So I commented a link to our YouTube channel. That's where I'm talking more about like online marketing and using modern media to grow your businesses and things like that. So feel free to tap that if you want to. And other than that, that's what I got for you guys today. So hopefully you got some value of it. I want to keep doing this kind of stuff, just free trainings and sharing my knowledge here. So hopefully you guys get some value out of these and keep watching. And other than that, I'll wrap up if nobody has any other questions. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day. And this will be out on YouTube very soon. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.